Still thinking about it on my end. There it is. There it is. There it is. Terrific Tuesday. What's up, business cousins?
Hello, business cousins.
It's yours truly, Bruce Hill and Tasha Cooper Ware on the Business Cousins podcast, where we do mix business and family. Man, she asked a great question. She's I'm gonna let y'all know she's like the question concept person. Are you overworked or overcommitted? And you're like, what does that mean? That's the same thing. No, overworked means you're just a little tired, but overcommitted, that's your fault.
That's
You're
your
doing too
fault.
much.
Mhm. And we let it say, like, oh, you're doing the most, you're doing too much, but it's not in business. Is it really getting it done if you're overcommitted? You
So
know,
let's start with the definition. Well, oh no, let's start with the introductions. If you're first time listening, I'm Bruce Hill, your better questions coach, growing your business by teaching you to ask better questions. Tasha.
yes, I'm Tasha Ware, CEO of HLS Collective, and I give you the answers to the things you probably already know, but just need to do when it comes to your wellness.
That might be the best one yet. Those get better every time.
Y'all, I want y'all to know this is a work in progress in business. This is my 6th year, and I'm 9 years of being an entrepreneur, but 6 years with this business,
Mm.
and one day at a time. Like it's all a learning curve. So
And that's where, if you haven't, go back and watch episode 1. Go back and listen to it. If you just listen, if you're listening, I've got my "Don't Make Excuses, Make Money" shirt on, and my eyes are bright red.
yeah,
I'm
they
not under the
are.
influence. It's
I,
allergies.
I had to check y'all. I was like, "Oh, we having a good day? Or we having a great day? What's happening?"
It's an okay day. I live in Georgia, and spring, summertime, and them allergies kick my butt.
Yeah.
But I was wearing my "No Excuses" shirt, so I'm here. And I think the topic is good because there's things we want to show up for. There's people we want to support, and we might not have the bandwidth, and we end up overcommitting. How would you define overcommitting?
I would say overcommitting is when you don't have a good boundary on your nose.
Ooh, you don't have a good boundary on your nose.
So you
What
say
happens?
yes to all things, everything, whether your schedule actually permits it, and it can be done well.
But
As
but Coach Tasha, I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want to let them down.
hmm But if you can't show up at your best, then you're gonna let them down anyway.
Oh, you got to teach me where the sound effects at. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, wait. If I don't show up as my best, I end up disappointing them anyway. That
Anyway,
was for somebody. If that was for you, I don't care when you listen to it. Go ahead and put a comment like that's for me.
yeah.
That was for me. Can I put comments? You can hear my keyboard.
Yes, I mean, I think at the end of the day, when people they think they're going to disappoint, but some of that is just negative self-talk in their head. They're
Okay.
creating it. They're not actually disappointing anyone. Someone is happy to just have 5 minutes of your time
Mm.
efficiently, then 30 minutes of your time distracted.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
5 minutes of your time versus 30-minute distracted. I'm guilty of that.
hmm
I auntie, I was hanging out with my auntie, and she said, "Bruce, always in front of that laptop." And I was working, like it was productive. I wasn't playing video games, but it's 7 p.m. on a Wednesday. Like, be present.
hmm
That was for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really want to help people. I don't want to disappoint them, but if I'm not showing up with my best self, I'm disappointing them anyway. Showing up distracted. What else happens when we overcommit?
Things fall through the wayside. You start forgetting appointments. You start double booking. You're showing up exhausted and foggy minded. You didn't get to eat. You didn't do your stretches. You didn't drink your water. You didn't do any of the self care stuff because you've overcommitted to someone else's things as opposed to putting yourself in your alignment and making sure that you're leading the way. You're not just being tugged along.
Hmm. So how do we actually? I'm going to ask you, how do we avoid overcommitting? But let's go back. Why is this important in business and our personal life?
It is very important to learn this, and I've done it. I've done it.
Me too.
I read the Year Yes by Shonda Rhimes, and I was yes this yes, and I'm like, wait a minute, I am on my laptop until 11:30. That's too
Hmm.
late. I have a whole
Hmm.
husband that I would like to just kick it and watch a TV show with. I need to close it and be present. But I think that in that space, especially if you're doing anything creative within your job, like even though I use science to create programs, I do have to get a little bit creative because of people's lifestyle. So you need some space to breathe. But if you're overcommitted, you can't get to that creative thought process when it's time to grow and it's time to scale.
That's it. That's it right there. It's not about doing too much. I think that looks different for everyone. So don't let someone playing smaller than you tell you you're too big. Okay. What we forget is rest is part of the success strategy. Shout out to one of my favorite mentees. She says rest is a requirement, not a reward.
Exactly.
And so when you're overcommitting, when you should be resting, that's number one. If you're taking notes, that's number one. Have I rested today, this week? You can show up 100%. Okay.
Yep.
What else should we look out for that might be a orange flag, a yellow flag? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
This might be overcommitting.
When busy can feel productive, but it's not always effective. So if you are one of those people that are like, I'm busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody's trying to accomplish anything. They're kind of on the busy side. So how are you managing that?
You know what? I don't know if I can get this up here. I've got a whiteboard here.
Okay, whiteboard.
Got some of my daily tasks on here. Okay. My handwriting, it fell while I was writing. Put it back up.
We need a whiteboard. We need a whiteboard sponsor.
Ooh. If you produce office supplies, let us know. We're just going up. Yeah, and that's where I would be so busy and get nothing done. And so one of my techniques is writing it down. So that's number two. Number one, ask yourself, did you rest? Number two, let me turn this into a masterclass. Write it down.
Write it
and
down.
You can look at it and be like,
yeah, and these days you can create it in the chats and the clouds of the world. You can brain dump it on a Sunday to all the things you need to get done from Sunday to Sunday and let it give you a game plan of how to knock it all out on what day. Then you can import it into a Notion board. But now we're going real far. But
yeah, but let's talk about it. All right. Yeah. This Business Cousins Podcast. Right? We want to put together your life and your business. I don't believe they're separate. They also shouldn't get in the way of the other. That's another conversation. So me, I like physical media. You knocking it out with ChatGPT, Claude, and you told me something else I hadn't heard of.
Notion. I like Notion.
No, I've heard of that one. It was something else we were talking last week. It'll come. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
There's lots of tools. How do I figure out which one's best for me?
So I was a pen and pad person for up until about I say December, when it was time to get a new one. And I said, okay, I feel I've used this. There's got to be a better way, because now things started to become compartmentalized, where I have some on paper. I got some in my Google Drive. I got agenda coming from you over here. It needed to all live in one place, especially when I want to offboard it, because I want to take a couple of days off. You have to.
Hold on, wait. You take days off?
I do.
What does that mean? Like, you guys be getting paid?
Yes. I like a schedule. I have a work schedule just like any other person who works for their PTO. I have a schedule set every week. And so when I create my to-do list, sometimes it does, when I feel overwhelmed, I have to just drop it all and say, hey, give me a game plan. What needs to be done between Monday and this day? Here are some what do you call it? Dates that have to be done. And then let it do it for me. And then I check the boxes. And I don't do that every week, but it is a good way to get off of the paper. And then I always have it, because you always have your phone. But you could be in the street doing things and you won't have your paper. Especially for the men, you don't carry a purse. Like even my women, that get, like some do. Some people cover my man bag, but
I have a little pocket size one. I don't know where I put it.
Do you carry it every day?
Yeah. If it fits in my pocket, it's my on the go. But now that you mention it, at the end of the day, it's supposed to. It don't always happen. I'll go through there and I'll put it into the digital copy that lives in my tasks.
So that's one step you can alleviate if you're already using technology all day anyway. You may as well keep it in the palm of your hand and save yourself that. It's all about getting back an hour a week. Like, where can you find the little things that can give you back some time? Because when you're an entrepreneur, you're doing all of the things. You have to always find tools to help you get back your time.
Man, okay. So you might have just answered it, but how does, whether it's Notion, you can use ClickUp, Google Tasks, use paper, just use some, we're tracking our activity to make sure we're productive. How does that help us? How does that stop us from overcommitting?
Live by the calendar. If it's not on there and it's not scheduled, the calendar tells you the truth.
It really does. But what if I'm adding things to the calendar? I keep putting things onto the calendar.
Well, that's where the structure and the boundaries come in. Like, what are your hours that you're supposed to be working? Like I said about working at 11 o'clock at night. What time are you off? What time do you clock out?
That's a good one.
What time do you clock in?
Yeah, they're supposed to work from home, especially my freelancers. Maybe working home or intertwined. People will call you just because you're at the house and like, oh, help me move this couch. Can you? No, I'm at work right now. That's good. That's subtle, but that's good.
Yeah.
And it's okay. What about those folks that don't like, disappointing people? Like, oh, it'll just take a second. Like, can you help me hang these curtains? Just they're their neighbor across the street. It'll take 2 minutes.
I mean, that's a people-pleasing issue.
Hey, she on one today.
I mean, so at some point, you have to know that you are liked regardless of what service you do for someone. Like, if they can't love you for the care, or you know what I mean?
No, I mean, if that's all it takes, oh, you didn't help me hang my curtains, we're not friends anymore. Blocked. Maybe they didn't need to be in your life anyway.
Blocked, deleted, removed. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. Like, at a certain point, you can't live your life like that, just doing what makes other people happy when it's inconvenient to your goals. That might be a better strategy than what they got going on. They don't even have a strategy. So I tell some of my coworkers all the time, my coworkers as in partners, like, if you're the leader, you might have to lead, and they have to be okay with the no, because they don't even have a strategy. They're still out there winging it. They're still out there trying to decide in their indecisiveness.
And that's, man, you talking.
You said that's you. I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Real nice.
We need the leaders to lead, Bruce.
If you look at January, February, March in my business activity, I did okay. Mm-hmm. But I was missing some revenue goals. And I was like, man, where am I missing this goal? So I wrote them down. Mm-hmm. And I'm reflecting on this. It's exactly like you said, but now I can do it on purpose because you said it out loud. And that's why if you go back and listen to her intro, she's like telling you what you probably already know. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you just need to hear it outside the voice in your head.
Yes.
So I wrote it down. I was like, man, this one thing I've been doing has generated most of the revenue for this year. Mm-hmm. So guess what I'm doing? This is the only thing I'm doing next month. Is that one thing. It's that one thing. I figured out that speaking, anytime I speak, I make money. Every time I open my mouth, I make money. So guess what I'm going to do? Talk that talk.
I know that's right. And you know what? And I'm working on doing that more often as well, because the same thing happened to me. I'm like, if I just connect directly, whether it's through our podcast, or whether it's online speaking to camera, or whether it's sending those messages out to people that I know I want to connect with, and I know they probably want to connect with me, but I have to be the one to initiate, it works. That's actually gave me some free time.
Ooh. Talk to me free time. Okay, so you know what, Tasha? Man, I like how you're talking. I feel like you're the type of coach that's going to be honest with me and help me get results. How do I work with you? How do we get in touch?
Oh, yes, easy. You can go to hlsfit.com and you can book a free consultation for 30 minutes, and we can talk business. We can talk wellness. We can talk nutrition. We can figure out what you're missing to get to the next level to elevate you to what you want the second half of your year to look like. We're already in Q2. We're starting Q2 tomorrow. And I can help with the strategy to get you there.
Did I get that right? HLScollector.com.
Yep.
I love it. Man, I gotta give you a testimonial shout out. So all praise to the Most High, my dad turned 70 last year. And he is in the second best shape of his life. Mm-hmm. I love it. We actually went and we didn't run the whole marathon, but he completed a race for his 70th birthday. And I was like, man, this is beautiful. And it was from working with you, right? He's got to be consistent. He's got to do his part with your guidance. And he's healthy, he's happy, he's enjoying life. So for anyone that said, man, I want to do something different, get some different results this year, tap in. HLScollective.com.
Yes. Hit me up, DM me. You can find me. Not hard to find these days.
Easy to find. That should be a topic for our next one. Being easy to find.
Okay.
Now we talk about overcommitting,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's where we start doing things for others and expense for ourselves.
Yep.
You have some big plans for this year. Well, so what are some things you're committed to, not overcommitted to this year?
Okay. So the difference between this year and last year is I've undercommitted to throwing events and having in-person things. Like that is a commodity. However, everyone can't have access like I was doing prior to. So there's going to be less events in person, but they're going to be better curated. They're going to be bigger. Like we just had it's not just another ladies brunch. We had 60 women show up in the room. Shout out to all y'all who showed up. Yes, we had a great time. We line danced. We had poetry. We talked about perimenopause and menopause. We had
conversations.
Oh, we had conversations. Yes, we had from age 12 to age 91 in the room. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was amazing. But what was the difference? I put all my energy into one as opposed to before. I had overcommitted to doing events every month, and I did events every month for like 10 months straight.
Oh, you was overcommitted.
I was overcommitted. I was the definition of, and that was on top of all my client load. That was on top of trying to procure new corporate contracts. So I've dialed it back. I've been more discerning about what contracts I'm going after. I've been very clear. Nope, this is the event. If I'm added to an event, I will be a resource, but I'm not hosting it. I'm not leading it. But what about you? What have you overcommitted this year or undercommitted? Where are you?
I hadn't even committed.
You are
I was just doing stuff.
You're a free agent. Underhanded free agent.
Vibes. It's just vibes. So for me, I've been reading, shout out to Lamar Tyler, Ronnie Tyler. I've been reading the Hidden Revenue Formula, and it talks about 4 core levers where we can grow our business. And one of them is telling more people. And it was affirming because I have a training I do on how to hear yes more often. And number one is telling more people. And so we talk about not being committed. I wasn't tracking how many people I was talking to. I wasn't tracking who I was talking to, what channel. So for April, my push is going to be to get out the Better Questions Toolkit to the target's 300 people. So
okay.
Target's 300 people. Because even converting at 10%, that's 30 new clients. That would be a record-breaking month for me. So I've committed to that one thing. I'm just going to share the Better Questions Toolkit. That's all I'm doing for April. We're going to look at the numbers and we're going to reevaluate for May. So I'm excited. I'm glad you asked that question.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you've set some boundaries and that's your strategy. You're going to do that one thing over and over again. You figured it out. Yes. I mean, I'm doing that same thing. We're having one challenge. The end of April, I'm starting a challenge. So you guys can tap in on that. But I am committed I have my numbers set as well. Like if you just do the thing. But that means saying no to other things.
That's a tough one for me. Because I like doing things. I like going places and helping people. I remember last week, I was like, okay, this is the last one. I drove from Atlanta to Nashville. It's about 4 hours. Did a whole workshop, taught a segment, had dinner, and then drove back. Why would you do that? Go to bed. Yeah.
It's interesting. I've watched my dad is a good example of wanting to be helpful, but he's retired. But somehow it still gets split over 4 days, that one thing he said he was going to do. But it's so that it doesn't get ridiculous for his timeline.
I might be able to take a lesson from that.
I've watched it. One day I got a ladder over here. Next day it was a toolbox. Next day it was the light. Day 4, light went in. Hugs were given. Goodbye.
4 days to change the light bulb is wild.
Oh, it was a recessed light, so he did have to pull it out.
Oh, you got to do all sorts of stuff.
He's a master electrician, so it wasn't like
he knows what he's doing.
He taught me how to do it.
Oh, okay, passing it on.
Yes.
That's a conversation about generational wealth. It's not the money.
Oh no.
What do you pass on?
I paid him in turkey wings.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, he won't take money.
So he spread, man, that's a lesson. Let's make that number 3. So number 1, did you rest? Number 2, write it down. Number 3, you went on your time schedule. I think
Yes.
that's a really good one because you'll find that real fast. You say, "Oh, can you help me?" I don't know why. Maybe I need to put up some curtains. You help me put these curtains? Yeah, absolutely. When I come off of work, I get off work at 6. I'll come right over. I'll help you. And they're like, "Oh, I'll just do it myself."
Good idea.
Oh,
It's a good idea because sometimes people want you to do things that they can do themselves.
ooh. Pew, 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 pew. This will be record breaking clippable. Sometimes people want you to do things they can do themselves.
Yes.
So this whole time, you're thinking like, man, I'm indispensable. I got to
Mm-hmm.
help them. I don't want to disappoint them. They could have done it themselves.
Yeah.
You
There's a
stressing
book.
yourself out for nothing.
Yeah, there's a book called Codependency No More. And
Oh,
it's a codependency mechanism that the need to feel needed when it really they can just do it
are
themselves.
we talking about codependency? What
I
kind of
know.
business podcast is this?
It's a wellness business podcast, mindfulness, mental health. It all matters. You will have better business if you mind your wellness.
I think we can wrap it up right there. You will
Absolutely.
have better business if you have better wellness. So listen, if you're like, man, I need to take care of me so I can take care of my business, tap into hlscollective.com, schedule an introduction with the team. Let's make this the best year yet.
Absolutely. We're on the way.
All
On
right.
the way.
Episode number 11, y'all. I'm excited. It's up.
What's
We're
yes,
consistent here.
yes.
Look for the audio podcast on all of your favorite platforms here in the next 48 hours.
Yes. We're
Keep
moving
growing.
on up. Thanks for coming, guys.